Good evening and welcome to another edition of TC Muzique. This is our second time around coming to you live right from our studios here at the Minneapolis Television Network. Of course, we came to you the last time, 2 weeks ago, we came to you live, and then the last week you saw a repeat of that show. But of course, once again, this is TC Muzique. It's a show for those who play and listen to music here in the Twin Cities, and our goal is to basically provide viewers some sort of a situation where they can keep in touch in a better way with the local music scene. Of course, it's summertime. There's lots of things going on outdoors, I'm sure you've noticed by now, and we'll be running down some of those activities for you a little later on in this live half hour. And don't forget, we will be taking your calls so you can talk to our guests or answer. We have Minnesota music trivia coming up once again. And this time around, we do have a prize for you. So unlike the first time, so there's an incentive for you to call in at 521-9886. And just a brief rundown of what the show is going to be all about. We have a musical guest in the studio each time, and we're going to be talking to them. And then we have various footage shots that we went out and shot at the various outdoor shows. I think this time around we're going to be seeing something from Lake Harriet. And also we'll have the Minnesota music trivia, as I mentioned before. And we're trying to, make the show as it goes along bigger and bigger. We're trying to start out humble and small and just big to a big climactic situation. So in future shows you'll be seeing a lot more things happening during the show. So we'd like for you to spread the word amongst your friends and tell them about TC Muzique. It's a show for those who play and listen to music. And without any further ado, right now we're going to introduce you to our studio guest. We have in the studio with us the band Canto Y Tambor, and we're going to be talking with Ari Tovar, who is the leader of that band. And we'd like to welcome you to TC Muzique. Thanks for being with us here this evening. The name, what does it mean and how did you come up with it? Why did you choose that?
Canto Y Tambor?
Yes.
Is the music and the drums of the coast, wherever the coast is. We have music from Panama, Cuba, the coast of Venezuela, from Brazil, and today we're going to present a few of those rhythms. So it's voice and drums, basically, and rhythm.
Okay, so it's
that's why the name.
It's what you would call somewhat of an authentic type sound originating from that area, which is basically South America we're talking about.
Yeah, Central and South America.
Central and South America, okay, that you mentioned. And what brings you in terms of, you told me that you are a student at the university. How did you decide on coming to this area of the country, of the United States?
That's a long story.
A long story? Well,
yeah.
Okay.
And I came with my husband. He's doing his doctorate in mathematics. He's finishing now that. And I found out that there is a music therapy program in the School of Music, and I decided to take that to complement my psychology degree.
Okay, and can you talk a little bit about that music therapy? Because I know we talked about it yesterday, and it sounds very interesting. It's a relatively new field.
It's a new field, yes. It's do therapy through music, which is different than teaching music. We work with any kind of population, all ages, children, adults, adolescents, and we work with any kind of problems, academic problems, emotional problems, physical problems, through music.
As opposed to the conventional methods of that they're using maybe in the hospitals to treat.
You can you have in the hospital like occupational therapists. We have that you are familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
You have the speech therapist. Music therapist is now one part of the team that any institution will have, like hospitals, schools, rehabilitation institutions.
Okay, so and you say it's a relatively new field. So would it be still considered like an experimental situation, or is it being widely accepted?
It's widely accepted.
Are there skeptics about this type of therapy?
I assume, like in any field, but it's very well settled already, and in Latin America it's starting to grow. Basically, we have in Argentina and some in Brazil, There is some in Europe, some in Japan, but still it's a growing field, but it's very well accepted already.
Okay. Right now, we'd like for you to get on their stage with your band and play us a song for us, if you will. So this is Ari Tovar once again, and the band includes the following members: Jan Reimer, she plays the chiquere and the bell. I hope I'm saying that right. Tim Kramer O'Keefe on the tumba, Bill Fellow on the conga, and also Tio Veloso on the conga and chiquere. So here is Canto Y Tambor on TC Muzique.
Canto un canto que trae de lejos tanto que ama y no mira cuántos, que se vuelve un coro canto. Canto un canto que trae de lejos tanto que ama y no mira cuántos, que se vuelve un coro canto. Canto un canto de tierra que labran tantos, de hombres que dicen cuando un canto de todos canto. Canto un canto de tierra que labran tantos, de hombres que dicen cuando un canto de todos canto. Vengo a cantarle a la cruz de mayo con estos versos del otro lado, donde mi negro me da cerezos y donde crece lindo el cacao. Oile lola, ile lola. Con permiso a los presentes, con permiso a los presentes, tienes veces la señora.
Canto Y Tambor, right here on TC Muzique, a show for those who play and listen to music, and they are the sounds from the coast of Central and South America. And of course, we have our main, the leader of this band is Ari Tovar, and you are from Venezuela, right?
Exactly, yes.
Originally from Venezuela.
Yes.
Okay, and let's meet some of the other members of the band here. We'll start off with the lady here. If we can get this mic cord going here. Thank you. And you are Jan Reimer, and you're originally from
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay, and what else do you do besides this band activity?
I'm a massage therapist by profession, and that's how I make my living. I also play with a couple different groups in town and been doing music for a while in Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Okay, great. That's Jan Reimer. She plays the chiquere and the bell. Chiquere and the bell. Okay, I'll get it one of these days. But okay, and this is you are
Tio.
and you're from Brazil, right?
Brazil, yes.
Okay. And what kind of stuff do you do on the side?
I play with a band called Mandala. We play Brazilian music, and we play around town. So, you guys should look for Mandala.
Mandala.
Yeah, and we play in different clubs and parks.
Great. Okay, and that's Tio Veloso, and he's playing the conga. Conga, right? Okay. And this is Bill Fellow, and you're from
North America.
Okay. Doesn't want to be too specific, a little disturbingly vague, but that's okay. And you're playing the conga also, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
And do you do anything aside from playing with this band? Or?
Yes, I am very interested in studying South American and African music. I'm playing drums with the Shalita band right now.
Okay, Joe Shalita.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
I had a chance to talk to him at the after the Minnesota Music Awards.
Oh yeah, he's a wonderful man, and it's very exciting to be playing with him.
Okay, great. That's Bill Fellow, and finally this is Tim Kramer O'Keefe.
That's right. Yeah.
From North America also.
Yeah, north of Hinckley.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're playing the tumba.
No, holding down the low end on the congas.
Okay. And any activities outside of?
Well, yeah, a little bit here and there. I do a few different things. I play with a Brazilian group called Batuque Brasileiro. They're on a bit, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and try and swim and fish and that kind of stuff.
Okay. And how did you all get together? How did you meet in terms of, is this through the university or?
Well, I think we got together by mistake. I mean, we didn't plan on getting together. I met this group after 4 years being in town, and I was looking for people who do, rhythm and drum music. And I was in a dance class, and they were the drummers for the dance class, and we decided to work together. And Jan is a pretty new member of our group.
Okay. This is once again, this is Canto Y Tambor right here on TC Muzique, and we're going to be taking a look at a Roland that some Lake Harriet footage once again, as you saw in the past shows, and also we're going to be checking in with some Minnesota music trivia. And we'll be doing that later on. If you'd like to call in, please do so at 521-9886. We're taking your live phone calls. We're coming to you live from the Minneapolis Television Network, our studios here. And also, Canto Y Tambor will be coming back later to perform again also. So please stay tuned for that. And if you haven't done so already, tell your friends that the TC Music is on Channel 33 on Minneapolis Television Network. Right now, we're going out to Lake Harriet.
Got a song called Treat Me Right. I wanted to sing a lullaby. I wanna make my baby laugh and cry. I wanna make the lady mine. I'm asking, don't make me beg, be my Valentine. Don't want no trouble, don't want no jive. I don't wanna hear an alibi. If you love me, baby, you got to love me. never do you harm. You better treat me right, hold me tight. I'll keep you warm on a Minnesota winter night. I'll save a nickel, I'll save a dime. Be with me, spend some time. Yeah, you got nothing to lose. You better treat me right, hold me tight. Say goodbye to your blues. Treat me right or I'll be gone. Faster than a bullet coming out of a gun. Long before the morning comes. Treat me right or I'll be gone. Thank you.
Some footage from the Lake Harriet bandshell from last Sunday, I believe it was. Last Thursday. Now I remember because I was there too. But PJ and the Magic Bus, of course, and featured in that band on the keys and vocals, PJ Leftowski. Also on the drums, Dave Paterson. On guitar, Larry Case. And on bass, simply Doug. I guess weren't able to obtain his last name, but they're going to be playing around town over the summer, and we'll be having lots of footage like that coming to you right here on TC Muzique. Once again, we're live, so call in at 521-9886, and we're talking to Ari Tovar of Canto Y Tambor. And you have played, what kind of venues have you played around town here?
We have played in the New Riverside Cafe and the at the University of Minnesota. Where else?
Benefits.
Mayday in Powderhorn Park.
Okay.
And I would like to tell a little bit about the song we just did.
Sure.
That it's not a song. It's a combination of two, and which represents pretty well the idea of the group, which is present rhythm, the different rhythm possibilities you find in the coast of Central and South America, and also of Brazil. This was the first one, was a Panamanian tune in the drums, combined with some music lines that I wrote. The second part was a popular song from Venezuela called Cruz de Mayo, that is sang to honor to the Cross of May, and.
So that wasn't just one tune. It was kind of like a medley, kind of.
Yeah,
Would you
and that's
consider
what we
it,
like to do, is to present the contrast of rhythm. It has been a challenge for all of us to put this together because these are very difficult rhythms, and you need to be born in the place to feel those rhythms and to be able to do them well. And we are trying to learn here and try to do.
So each one of you has kind of like a specialty in a certain type of rhythm, and you're trying, like you say, to combine those different elements into a singular sound type of thing.
In a way, I know some of the rhythms, and they have played in different bands around town, and what we are doing here is trying to put them together with what they already know, great musicians, and what I know from being from the coast.
Okay. So so basically you and Tio are like you're from South America, so to speak, and then the rest of them are kind of localized, but with their knowledge of South American music
pretty much,
and that kind of thing.
Pretty much,
So it's a kind of an interesting combination of being here in Minnesota anyway. But now we're going to go to the Minnesota Music Trivia. I'm sure you've all been glued to your seats for that right here on TC Muzique. And here it is. So check it out and watch. Pay very, good attention to this because this is a real tricky one.
Another MMTQ, the Minnesota Music Trivia Question. And this week we have a really tricky one for you. We're going to ask the question after you see this little bit of video, so I recommend that you pay very close attention.
How would you compare this year's show to last year's? What did you find good about it? What did you find bad about it?
Well, I didn't go to the show. Last year I couldn't afford a ticket. This year I got a free one.
Okay, so we established that you both didn't go to last year's.
I went to last year.
Okay.
He got a free ticket last year, but couldn't afford this year's. I couldn't afford last year's, but got a free ticket this year. So what we're gonna do is we're pooling our money and buy a ticket and give it to somebody else so they can go next year, and we're going fishing.
Okay, that was our Minnesota music trivia rolling, and the question is, who went to this year's show? The question once again is, who went to this year's show? If you can answer that question, call in at 521-9886, and we do have a nice little prize for you. Like I said last time, we got a call for our trivia question the first show, and the first caller got it right off the bat, and it was quite incredible. And it was kind of strange because we didn't have anything to give away, but we do have something for you, and I think you'll be happy with it. So call in at 521-9886. Once again, the question is, who attended this year's show? We are here. It's TC Muzique, a show for those who play and listen to music. This is our second show coming to you live right here on Channel 33, the Minneapolis Television Network. We're here with Canto Y Tambor, and we're talking once again with Ari Tovar, who is the leader of the band. And let's talk a little bit about how do you see yourselves fitting into the local music scene, being the Minneapolis music scene being what it is. What is your place in that?
Well, it's difficult to tell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have found this place to be so culturally alive that it's place for everything. And we have had many people coming to us saying that they like the music we do, even more than what I thought. So it has been a little bit of a surprise. But then, as I think, it's not as much because I've seen here so many varied cultural events that there is a place for everything.
So the response has been very good, and even though that there isn't, is there? I'm not too familiar with this type of music, but I mean, is there a lot of it going on in terms of are there a lot of musicians that are involved with this kind of thing, or is it somewhat of a smaller group of people that are trying to make a name for themselves for that kind of music within this music scene?
Well, specifically the music we make, I don't think so, but each one in the group has different experience with music from other coasts. For instance, Jan is working with the African ensemble. What's the name?
Sankofa.
Sankofa, and they do beautiful music from Ghanaian music and especially the West Coast. And Tio has a band of Brazilian music called Batuque Brasileiro. So he does with the band another kind of music, also mandala, which is
that's what I figured.
Music from also from Brazil. And Tim and William also have experienced different groups with music from abroad. So each one of us represents different portion of the globe.
Okay, so
in our music.
Very, very diverse group of musicians we have here. We're going to take a call right now. We're going to take a call right here on TC Muzique. Hello, you're live on TC Muzique.
Hello.
Hi. You have an answer to the trivia question?
Yes, the question seemed a little vague, but it was Paul Metza went last year and Bruce Hall went this year.
You answered that question correctly.
All right.
Would you? What is your name?
My name is Bob.
Bob, and you weren't confused by that?
I was very confused by it, but I seemed to just understand what they were saying over the cocktails, and I could pick it up.
So you've kind of experienced a similar type of situation?
Frequently, yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, anyway, you identified the question correctly. You answered it correctly, and what you're going to get is a pass to get into the caboose this evening for the pre-Grateful Dead show tomorrow night, man, and it's going to be at the Met Center. It's going to be like really great. So I hope you're going to enjoy that. Hold on, and somebody will talk to you about the details about getting into the caboose tonight. So congratulations, Bob. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right.
And right now we're live again once here on TC Muzique, and we're going to go close out the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll be coming to you live again in 2 weeks. And you can see this particular show again next Thursday at 7:30 right here on Channel 33. And that's about it. I'm your humble host, Polani. I'll see you next week, and we're going to close things out with Canto Y Tambor right here on TC Muzique.
Ay, mirarte y conocerte, saberte.